So, life of the people. Okay, so information about the region of King Her is available from the writing of Chinese traveler Huan Tsang. So, one important name, Huan Tsang. Huan Tsang was one Chinese traveler. He was came during the tenure of Harshvardhan. So he wrote that towns and villages of that time were fortified and had huge gateways at their entrance. Fortified. 40 miles around that town, the King Harshvardhan made the fort in Skilla. Okay, and there was a one huge gateway at their entrance, and on to enter this town there was only the one gateway, and that gate also very big. It was very huge. Now the society was divided into four groups. Okay, as we all know in the Vedic, also the society was divided into four groups: Shudra, Brahma, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. Okay, so according to this, in the during the Harshvardhan tenure also, that society was divided into the four groups, while the Purat system and intercaste marriage were not prevalent at that time. Purat, that also we can understand word parda. Okay, in the Muslim society, that women are wearing the burqas. Okay, and in the Hindu society that is called the ghungat. That time it was called Purat system, and intercaste marriage were not prevalent at that time. Means no one can marry out of their caste. It's called intercaste marriage. The custom of sati. Okay, this is the custom rivaj. Okay, the custom of sati, child marriage, and polygamy had started by them. And by them, sati, all of you know that sati, when a woman whose husband is died, so she has no right to live according to their belief. That time the people's believe. Okay, so she has to burn herself with her husband chita. It is called the sati system. Child marriage, when the children are in the cradle, that time they got married by the parents. It was called the child marriage. And the polygamy means man can marry more than 2 3 wives. Okay, it is called the Bahupatnitva Pratha. It is called the polygamy. Had started by them. The local diet consisted of, okay, and what was the diet of that time people? So they were eating milk and milk product, wheat, rice, fruits, and vegetables. They were clean, simple white clothes, and they wore clean and simple white cloth. It was their main attire. So what was the men's were wearing? So men's were wearing dhotis and women wore sari. Their ornaments means jewelry. Okay, so that time they have different jewelries. Okay, so the other ornaments like rings, bangle, bracelet, and the necklace were made from flowers. They were wearing these ornaments were made from the flowers, not from the gold or the silver or the other metal. Now chess and game of dice. Okay, chess and game of dice were popular means of entertainment. Dice, now we are calling it ludo. Okay, so that time they were playing this, both the game was very popular. Acrobats and conjurers wandered from village to village and entertaining people. Okay, so the acrobats who are doing that, doing different exercise on the rope and all, and the conjurers, they were wandered from village to village and they were entertaining people. Farming and animal husbandry were the main occupation of the people. Farming, agriculture, and animal husbandry. Farming and animal husbandry were the main occupation of the people. Pasupalan, animal husbandry means land revenue was 1/6 of the production, and the farmer have to pay the land revenue of the 1/6 production. Okay, sixth part that the farmer has to pay to the king. So, and the internal and international trade was carried out by the Vaisyas. A highway from Patliputra to Bhrugukach, now it is known as the Bharuch port, was built by the state for trade and transportation of goods. Okay, now the internal and international trade, just only the Vaisyas can do. Okay, as I said, that was a forecast system. Okay, Brahma, Kshatriya, Vaisya, and Sudra. So, and there was a one highway from the Patliputra to Bhrugukach. Bhrugukach, presently known as the Bharuch. Port was built by the state for trade and transportation of goods. Then, gold and silver coins were used for commercial transaction. And that time, people were using that gold and silver coin for the commercial transaction. Okay, as a currency. Ornament, status, ivory, and curved wooden pieces were exported, and the people were exporting, okay, for the trading. So the ornaments, statues, ivory, and curved wooden pieces. The export of different material from India increased by her prosperity, and by exporting these different goods, India has increased its prosperity. During the reign of King Harsha, India had good business relation with Rome, which lead to the follow of gold in India. Okay, so during the reign of King Harsha, okay, that India has very good relation business with the Rome country, and that is why that is inflow the gold in India, that India become the prosperous for the gold also. So people followed Hinduism, Buddhism, and Jainism, but were tolerant toward the other religion also. Okay. People were mainly following this religion, Hindu, Buddhism, and Jainism, but they were also tolerant toward other religion. They were also giving respect to the other religion too. Think and write. What were the evil prevalent in the society during the King Harsh time? So, sati system, Purhat system, okay, then child marriage. These were the cruel customs, okay, or evil customs prevalent in the society during the King Harsh time. Then, what are the evil prevalent in the society today? Okay, in the society also today, so you can say dowry is a very cruel. Okay, because of this dowry many of the women are killed also, okay, by his by her in-laws family. So dowry is a very, and also now also in our society many of the parents are not allowed to give education to the girls. They are not giving the education to the girls. It is also not good. So these are the very evil prevalent in our society today also. Now, third, what are the various means of entertainment in the present time? Now, in the present time, there is a uncountable. There is entertainment. Okay, many of mobile, indoor game, outdoor games. Many you can write more than hundreds. Okay, number fourth, why were villages and towns fortified in ancient time? So the villages and towns were fortified in ancient time to prevent the towns from the others outers attack. Okay, that is why they were prevent, also for the dacoities and the robbers. Now here it is, you can see that traveler, as I explained, mentioned in the previous, okay, that about the Huan Sang. So Huan Sang came to India from the China in 1629 1645 C. So the Chinese traveler Huan Sang visited India during Her's region and studied Buddhism at Nalanda for 5 years. So he stayed in India 5 years. Okay, during the Harshvardhan tenure, he stayed in India in the Nalanda University for 5 years and he studied the Buddhism. Okay, now activities given here. Make a list of present day places in India that Yuan Sang visited. Refer to map on page number 4. So previous I will show you the map in the previous, in the next slide I will show you the map. In the map, which is the place where Yuan Sang was visited. Things to know. So Yuan Sang stayed in India for 15 years and visited different places. He stayed in India 15 years. Okay, and in this 15 years he stayed in Nalanda University 5 years, and in that 5 years he studied Buddhism. So overall, he stayed in India for 15 years. Okay, he has described the social, political, and religious condition of that time. In 1645 CE, he returned to China via Central Asia and took with him many books. Okay, and he took with him many books, like in the ancient scripture was very rich and prosperous at that time. It was famous all over the world. People were came to India for study. This literature and scripts, Shastra, Vedas. Okay, so that is why he took these all books with him to make his country also rich, and also to give this knowledge about the Indian culture, Indian prosperity, Indian scripture to his country. Okay, so there was in that book not only just about the literature about for the entertainment, it was also about the chemical science, it is also about the surgery, it was also about the science, it was also about the astrology. So that is why he took all this book with him. Okay, and he took with him many books, relies and statues. During his stay, he attended the sixth Buddhist religious congregation of Prague. Okay, and this congregation's Dharma Sabha was arranged by the King Harshvardhan, and he attended total sixth Buddhist religious congregation at Prague. Here you can see this is the one person that you can see in the image. He is the Huan San, and he is the writing on the scripture. Okay, and here you can see this is the map how that Harshvardhan was started his journey. He was came from China here. This is the you can see. Okay, this is the his route that he was visited and he returned back. Okay, so the main route you can see here, there is the first is the Takshashila, then the Kashmir, Haridwar, Mathura, Kanauj, Parthama, Patliputra, Vaisali, Gaya, Mahanadi, okay, Kalinga, Kanchipur, Danyakata, Sopara, Bharuch, okay, Ujjain, Gurjar. Okay, these were the main places where the Harshvardhan was visited. Okay, and this is the his route is given here. So all of you understood? Okay. Okay, now Hien Sang has noted that. So in the his travelogue, okay, Hien Sang has written the one travelogue for what he has noted. So there were 100 Buddhist monks in her kingdom. Total 100 Buddhist monks in her kingdom. People lived simple, pious, and peaceful life based on living by rules of good moral conduct and justice. Cheating and breach of promise were considered sinful. Sinful means पाप, उसको पाप माना जाता था. किसी को चीट करना या प्रॉमिस ब्रेक करना, जो वादा किया हुआ है वो तो it was sinful. So people lived a very simple life. Okay, people were living very simple, pious, and peaceful life based on living by rules of good moral conduct or justice, and they were also lover of justice. Okay, now activity, list out the state of South India from the list of places visited by Huan Sang. So in the previous map it is given. Okay, you can go back and you can see about in the map in the South India which places were visited by a Huan Sang. Okay, let me show you. It is here, it is in the South India. These all are in the South India, so this all you have to write in your that activity which places were visited by Huan Sang in the South India. Okay, now dear students, I am going to present before you now one very big video story about King Harshvardhan. So just please see it carefully, okay, and see it twice to three times. Okay, so you will understand about the King Harsh very well.
King Harshavardhan. The downfall of the Gupta Empire in the middle of the 6th century brought about the breakup of the northern Indian kingdom into many small republics and monarchy states. Prabhakar Vardhan, ruler of Sthanaviswara, Thanesar, in present-day Haryana, was the first ruler of the Vardhana dynasty. He had two sons. The elder son Rajavardhan, who ascended the throne after his father, and his younger son Harshavardhan. Rajavardhan was deceived and murdered by King Gauda. At At which point, the young 16-year-old Harsha swore to take revenge. Harsha waged war against King Goda and won the battle. Harsha was consequently crowned the new ruler. He first united the kingdoms of Thanesar and Kannauj and then went on to bring Bihar, Bengal, and Odisha under his command. Harsha then moved towards the south, only to be stopped by Pulakesi II of Vatapi. As a result, the Narmada became the southern limit of Harsha's empire. He was also an author of repute, having penned Sanskrit plays like Nagnanda, Ratnavali, and Priyadarsika. Banabhatta, Harsha's court poet, wrote the Harsha Charitam, the first historical poetic work on King Harsha. Harsha's capital city, Kannauj, extended 6 to 8 kilometers along the river Ganges. He also had a systematic tax structure in place. 1/4 of the taxes went towards the administration of his empire. The rest was given away to charities and to further the arts and cultural endeavors in his kingdom. Later on in his life, King Harsha, a Shaivite by birth, became a follower of Buddhism. Under him, all religions and schools of thought like Jainism and Buddhism enjoyed freedom of expression. Harsha ruled ably for 41 years. With King Harsha's passing, the idea of a single kingdom ruling northern India disintegrated.
Okay, so I hope all of you understood that video story about the king horse. Now let us see the exercise. So from this exercise about the horse version that we will write. Okay, first question: study the map of the states of Hers and Pulake second and write down the major cities and the rivers. So in that map is given just previous I show you the map. In that map all the states of the Hers and Pulakesi second are given, so you have to just write only first only Hers states. Okay, and in the South India there is a Pulakesi second, all the states are given, north for the Harshvardhan and South India for the Pulakesi second. Okay, question number 4 you can see, whom did Harsh think of freeing after ascending the throne? Okay, so that King Harshvardhan's sister Rajyasri was imprisoned by the Malwa's king Devgupta. So as Harshvardhan ascended the throne, he took decision. He decided first to free her sister from the clutch of Malwa's king Devgupta. Number 5. Name the plays written by Emperor Harshvardhan. So the emperor also was very good writer. Okay, and he has written the plays also. In the that video also you saw that Naganand, Ratnavali and Priyadarsika. So you have to write that plays which is written by Harshvardhan. Okay, I hope all of you understood this lesson. Thank you very much. Bye.